Well, what a brilliant performance then by Quetta Gladiators, getting those all-important 2 points, and pretty good in the field overall with the ball and the bat as well. Jubilation all round on the faces, and why not? They've been absolutely stellar. And jubilation in the fans as well. Quetta Gladiators getting those 2 points and making the most of these conditions. Their fast bowlers were absolutely brilliant. Their batters chipping in overall. And Fahim Ashraf, what a bowling performance it was from him. But this is how things went in this particular match number 17 of the HBL PSL. Quetta Gladiators making 178 for 7, and there were contributions from Chapman South, Mendes and Finn Allen. And then in the bowling department, Fahim Ashraf picking a lot of wickets and getting back into form. Khurram, Shahzad as well as Ahmed, everybody chipping in with wickets, and Quetta Gladiators winning the match in the end by 64 runs. This is how and where teams stand at this point. Islamabad United have been undefeated, so they are right at the top with 10 points. Lahore Qalandars number 2, and Quetta Gladiators, with this win having won 3 of the 5 games that they've played, are now sitting at 6 points along with the Qalandars. Hello and welcome back on Pitchside. Now, what a win for Quetta Gladiators. Indeed, they deserve to win as well because, like I said, they've been clinical with the ball, with the bat, and in the field as well. They've got those 2 points. So, plenty to celebrate. And to celebrate this win, I've got a very, very special guest in the studio. In fact, I've got 2 Kiwi openers in the studio who batted together plenty of times as well. Martin Guptill and Finn Allen with all smiles. Finn, this smile pretty much tells us a story.
Yeah, I think pretty clinical performance from us today all round. Pretty tough wicket to get going on with the bat, I think, which shows with a few guys just getting starts. But yeah, pretty all-round team performance.
You spoke about the wicket. I mean, how difficult was it to really bat out there? Because we saw that there were some balls that were really taking off.
Yeah, I think when the bounce is variable, you have to kind of take chances and take risks, especially early, and try and put them on the back foot, which is what I tried to do. And then the boys carried on throughout the middle and finished off at the end.
And what was said at half-time, because it was a bit of a tale of 2 10-over blocks in the batting innings for you guys. What was said at the break and how you guys should bowl?
Oh, I think, we talked about width was probably the easiest to hit out on there. We talked about being straight, length, top of the stumps, and make them force us off it. We knew they had a lot of power at the back end as well, so trying to make those guys like Mitch Owen come in and face as many balls as possible was going to be pretty crucial.
Absolutely. Facing balls was obviously going to be crucial from a batter's perspective, spending time out there. But just from a bowling perspective, it just seemed like Guppy pointed out, that the message was very clear. I mean, the roles were very clear as well. Fahim Ashraf's performance in particular, I mean, he's been getting a lot of criticism in the back, the fact that he hasn't been able to come through. But today, he was absolutely magnificent.
Yeah, I think, as time has gone on, I think we've had our struggles at the start, and we've figured out our scouting now and the way that we get the message across to guys. And I think someone like Fahim, good guys don't stay down for long, and he showed his class today, took 5 wickets and I guess silenced a few people and showed what he can do with the ball. So it's good to see.
Also, we've seen that, you've got somebody like Viv Richards in the camp who's always very animated as a character. It's just amazing energy when he is around.
Yeah, I think, we've got a pretty animated group, very passionate group of support staff and supporters. So having Vivi there has been awesome. He is very passionate and he wants the team to do well.
Yourself as well, you were able to get some runs and sort of get going. How's it been for you so far in the HBL PSL?
Yeah, it's been good. I think adapting to these wickets has been hard at times, and I guess trying to just figure out as time goes on, especially this wicket here, we've got 5 games in a row. So yeah, just trying to figure that out. A few ticks with Guppy here, back and forth. But yeah, just trying to, as I say, learn on the go and contribute to the team.
And you guys, 2 wins in a row now. Do you think you're starting to peak at the right moment of the tournament, going towards the last half and getting that momentum towards the finals?
Yeah, I think it's always hard when you don't have your whole squad at the start of the tournament, so figuring out your best team, pretty new group of guys as well, and then having Chappie come back, I guess, sort of solidified where we wanted guys to fit in, and I think we've got a good sort of balance in our group now. So I think, yeah, we are peaking at the right time. You don't want to peak too early. Yeah, so it's looking good.
You said it right, though. Peaking at the right time is extremely crucial in tournaments. But we're talking about Viv Richardson. What a positive energy he brings to this camp. He also features in our refreshing moments of the day.
Loves it, doesn't he, Viv? Tell him to calm down. Just keep nice and calm there. But he just gives off a great aura, doesn't he, Finn? I mean, having him around the group, having that excitement that he brings and the passion that he brings to the game, it must be fantastic for the boys.
Yeah, obviously, as you can see here, he's very passionate. He's got a lot of wisdom. Obviously, played an illustrious career, and he looks, he still gets it, and he still knows what he's doing. Yeah, he's been really good.
Also, in terms of leadership, I mean, leadership plays an extremely important role in any kind of success. What's it been like with Saud Shakil as the leader of the ship?
Yeah, he's been good. I think he brings a calmness to the group, which is nice. He also speaks Urdu and English, which helps for all of us. But yeah, no, I think, as I said, calmness, and he knows how to sort of talk to the bowlers, especially now we've got all locals as our bowling attack. I think having him there has been really crucial for us.
What about the pressure then? I mean, Guppy, you've played out there as an overseas player, playing in different conditions. I mean, how have you sort of adapted to that?
Hey. Oh yeah, I think there's always pressure. You always want to do well, especially at a new franchise, and I think it's about doing the things that you do well and consistently trying to do that. And I think when you start to adapt to wickets here, you start to figure out how to adapt to your game a little bit, and I guess you just go from there.
Guppy, you've also had experience of playing out there in these conditions. I mean, what did you make of them overall, and what's your experience been like? Obviously, now you're on the other side.
Yeah, I really enjoyed my time at the PSL. It's another tournament where it's just such a great cricket being played. There's some really awesome local players that wouldn't have had the exposure they do unless it was for the HBL PSL. So to be able to see that local talent come through and see them, my first tournament was 2021 with Karachi Kings, and see some of those guys who weren't playing for Pakistan there, but are regulars in the side now is pretty exciting to see, and it just shows the growth of the cricket in Pakistan.
Abrar Ahmed is also another guy who's quite a character in the side as well. He's got a bit of humor about him, and then he's been bowling so well in conditions which are, sort of suiting fast bowlers.
Yeah, Abrar's definitely a character. He's pretty box office a lot of the time. But yeah, we've talked about his role today might not be taking heaps of wickets, but it's to try and squeeze and not go shopping for wickets as such, as he loves to say. But yeah, no, he's been critical for us, and as you say, seamer friendly wickets, he's been pretty good.
Mohammad Amir getting that wicket of Babar Azam was extremely important today as well. He's been great this season for you.
Yeah, he's obviously an experienced head, and he knows what he's doing. He's good again talking to other bowlers. He has more of an impact than just his bowling. He's calling himself an all-rounder now as well after that game in Karachi.
Guppy, do you tend to see a bit of yourself in Finn Allen or all, or you completely would consider yourself to be a different batter?
Maybe the beard.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not sure what Finn's trying to grow here with the beard, but we've been able to bounce off each other since playing, opening the batting together for the last few years, and to see Finn grow as a player and to become what he is now, and how much he's just adapted to opening the batting. Because when I first played with him, he batted in the sort of middle to lower order and didn't really. To be fair, you couldn't hit that big a ball back then, but now you went away to Wellington. You grew as a player. You took the opening role on with both hands, and now look at you now. You're on the world stage and you're smashing it.
Yeah, I think I was 65 kilos back then as well, so it probably helps to put on a bit of timber. But yeah, no, obviously having Gup around and stuff, he's been great as a mentor, but also as someone to play with, and he's obviously got a world of experience around the world. So yeah, it's been good. Coming
to what you said, I mean, how important is fitness in this form of the game?
Yeah, for sure. I think the last 18 months I've struggled with a lot of injuries and keeping out of the game for periods of time. So I think it's really honed in my rehab and I guess fitness and staying on the park as much as I can. We always say the best kind of ability is availability. So if you're not on the park, you can't be doing well.
All right, then I'm going to let you go and you can celebrate with the Quetta Gladiators. It's been a phenomenal win for Quetta Gladiators. Definitely a reason for them to celebrate. We'll take a short breather and we'll catch you guys on the other side, so don't go anywhere.